Hello YouTube. So, over the past week or so, the UK and the international press have been going crazy over the fact that the British Olympic diver, Tom Daley, has come out in a YouTube video and said that he is in a relationship with a man. To which the only response I have is, why am I the only person that can't seem to get a boyfriend? Why? In all seriousness though, I think this is lovely. And his decision to tell the world via a video that he filmed and uploaded himself to YouTube, rather than go through a TV interview or a magazine spread or through a press release, I think that's telling. He mentions in his video that he wanted to have full control over the information that he was putting out to the public, so that it couldn't be misconstrued in any way by media, and you can understand why, because even though he comes out as saying he's in a relationship with a man, he says that he still fancies girls, but he never uses a label. He never says that I'm gay or I'm bi. And God, that's refreshing. What followed was a mini mountain of media misrepresentation, with Pink News and the Huffington Post both outing Daley as gay before retracting those comments. And there were a couple of formatting faux pas, like this one from Yahoo. But all in all, I think it was refreshing to see the media tripping over themselves to try and get the terminology right, because it turns out that apparently sexual identity can sometimes be a little bit complicated. Who'd have thought, eh? But, of course, the media were not going to behave themselves for very long, and there's been endless speculation as to who this mystery man is who is courting Tom Daley, and it seems like the press have landed on this man, Dustin Lance Black, who is a screenwriter and LGBT activist from the USA, who's 20 years Tom Daley's senior. The age gap has thrown up its own controversy, with many people asking why a 19-year-old like Tom Daley would be dating a 39-year-old old-age pensioner like Black. Well, they're both in the same social circles, they are both financially secure, and they're both very good-looking guys. Yeah, you're right, what would they see in each other? And also, I dated a guy who was 12 years my senior when I was around Tom Daley's age, and I turned out fine. So, to those critics, shut up. Another particularly distasteful play by the tabloids was the Daily Mail somehow getting the reactions of Tom Daley's grandparents to his video. I'm not sure if for me it was more uncomfortable seeing that curtain of privacy pulled back, or if it was later seeing those quotes from his grandparents laid over and on top of half-naked photos of Tom Daley by BuzzFeed. Classy. That said, the overwhelming response to Tom Daley's video has been encouraging and endearing. But we can't take this out of its historical context. The last time in the UK that we had a major active British sportsman come out, it was Justin Fashanu, who was hounded by the press and the public as a sexual deviant and eventually committed suicide after he was accused of non-consensual sex. Fashanu's suicide was 15 years ago, and now we can have a sportsman at the top of his game make an honest statement about love, and the overwhelming response is, oh, we've come a long way. I think it's hard for anyone in the LGBT community to hear about a celebrity coming out and not compare it to their own experience. And I know that when I was 19, when I was Tom Daley's age, all of 5 years ago, I was unsure and apprehensive about the labels that were being forced down my throat because of what society was saying about the people that I fancied. When I was coming to terms with my own sexuality, probably about 10 years ago now, I wish that I had had a wider variety of role models to choose from than Stephen Fry, Alan Carr, and Graham Norton. And now, in such a short period of time, we have Daley, who is in a relationship with a man. We had Robbie Rogers, who is the American football player, come out. We have activists like Dan Savage, who are increasingly visible. And politicians are no longer ashamed of the people whom they love. Visibility and having role models is so important for young people who are struggling with their own sexuality. They need to know that you can have a life, be successful, fall in love and be happy no matter what sex your partner happens to be. Tom Daley's visibility will have helped hundreds, maybe thousands of young people who are struggling with this area in their lives. And the 14-year-old inside of me who realised that he was different and was really terrified about it is thankful for that. Bye now. I turned out fine. So, to those critics, shut up.